I forgot to update the time or the episode stamp for tonight's stream. It should be episode 70 something. I don't know. Welcome to episode 70 something of the MailleWerX Chainmail live streams. How is the internet doing tonight? How are you? What's going on? Let's get Frank over here. Come on, Frank. Frank's got a little nesting spot that he chills out in, so he's out of my way during the day. All right, lots of fun stuff tonight. We got some mail. I think I know. Remember who it's from. I don't have to. I don't have to look it up. I should remember off the top of my head. All right. Yeah, I'm looking at this. I looked for some more of these dull aluminum rings, and I'm looking at what I have left and what I've done, and there is a slight chance that we may have enough. Very slight chance. And I went looking on the Ringlord website for more aluminum. Not fried aluminum, just aluminum. Not been cleaned. And I did not see it. So I think we have we have a problem. Hey Sarah, how are ya? How you doing? What's going on? So hopefully we will have enough of the dull aluminum rings to get through the side of the other side of this helmet. That's all we need it for, right? If I can't get more, not much, just crocheting. Cool. Let's see here. Put a camera on my hands here. What are you crocheting? You make awesome crochet stuff, right? Very mellow music tonight. Yeah, it's on Surprise Me. Whatever that is. We'll find out together. Speaking of that, let me turn that up just a skosh. Let's rub Frank the right way, turn him on. As I was just saying, we might have just enough of this dull aluminum to finish this side of the helmet. Cross your fingers. May the Lord provide. We may need to do the whole, you know, take one ring and split it into 5 rings, or whatever that trick Jesus pulled was. With the loaves and the fishes. Took a basket of I think how it's portrayed in Christian film is that it's like some kid's lunch. It's got like a fish in there and some bread, and it just happens to be enough to feed 5,000 people. But it's like some little kid's lunch, which always makes me crack up. So let's hope we can do that with these rings. Let's hope we can just keep pulling out of the container that I have them in. Oh, you'll even cross your eyes for that? Yeah, for real. Eyes, toes. We're missing a piece here. I'm gonna... okay. What do I want to do? Interesting. Okay. It won't come into effect. Hold down here. So if we do go this many out, we shouldn't be redoing too much work. All right, we'll worry about that later. There's a black line shading on the helmet on this side. Oh, screwed that up, didn't I? That we have to work on. We may have to just like do the bulk of the work and then come back to it. So I know everybody got snow. Like across the country, half the country is deluged in snow. It was all right until the plows came through here. Kept up with it. After I got off stream last night, I went outside and I snuggled the show. I snuggled the show hard, but I did not snuggle enough. There was a pile of snow about 4.5 feet tall at the end of my driveway when I went outside this morning. I have an itty bitty little snowblower. It works wonderfully, but it is just not up to the task of clearing a 4.5 foot high snow wall. It's just not, right? So I was out there with a snowblower and shovel multiple times. It finally stopped snowing. Here, it started last night. I was shoveling snow until midnight, and then got up and had to tell work that I can't leave my house because there's this giant wall of snow. So finally, when it stopped snowing about 12:30 today, I got out there with the snowblower, and I was out there for about 2.5, 3 hours. Not terrible, just exhausting. And me and my little snowblower, we got through it. So that was pretty great. I even went over to help the neighbor kid. He's 12 or 13, and he was out there with just a shovel trying to combat this 4.5 to 5 foot high wall of snow. Hey Barb, how you doing? What's up, Josh? And so I went over to the neighbor's house and helped him out just to get where the snow had piled up, because he wasn't gonna get that. He wasn't gonna get through that with the shovel in a timely fashion. What's up, Wally? How you doing, buddy? Hey, Kara. Battery on your car is completely dead. Won't even attempt to crank. That sucks. Sure, there's a lot of that going around right now. So after I got done snow blowing, I came inside and Renee was working on schoolwork. My son was playing video games, so I came downstairs. You know, I got cleaned up and then came downstairs. I've been trying to get through like the pile of crap on my desk. I got through some of that, and I had all those leftover engineered plastic rings from the whale mail piece, and I was like, you know, I really want to get rid of those. I just don't want to have them hanging around, because there were still like 2 boxes in a bag full left over. And so let me trade cameras here, show you what I did. We have, I don't know, is this Shamu 2.0? All Alright. We added some tags and a border to the whale mail piece. Right? And I think it looks much better now. Alright. And that used up all the rest of the rings. Oh. So because I added some clear rings, I gotta put them back in the... I gotta put Free Willy here back in the oven for another 20 minutes or whatever it is. Music's gonna put you to sleep. Sounds like a baby mobile. Alright, so let's see here. It's on Surprise Me. Dags. I like Dags. Do you like Dags? That's funny. Alright. Sorry about the music. I'm experimenting. Since we spent the first, like, what, 20 streams with no music, and then another 40 streams with the same 4 songs over and over again. We're on Surprise Me. On the Pretzel Rock app. And so we'll see what happens. Buy a caravan, get a free dog. Oh, you mean dogs. God, I love that movie. If you haven't seen that movie and you don't know what we're referencing, it's called Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. It's directed by Guy Ritchie, who's done a number of good films. What is the one with Brad Pitt? No. That is the one. No. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels is directed by Guy Ritchie. The one with Brad Pitt that he did is called... Oh man, you'll have to look it up. Anyone has a free minute, if you could look up Guy Ritchie movies with Brad Pitt. God, it's on the tip of my tongue. They're like English gangster movies, right? And then he did one with Ray Liotta and Jason Statham, I think it is. Which is weird, but it's a lot of fun. And then Rock and Rolla, all along the same kind of theme. No, it's not Swordfish. It's got the English football player who plays Juggernaut in the X-Men series. I can never remember his name. Terrible with names. Snatch. There it is. So Snatch, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Rock and Rolla, and... It's like Memory something with Ray Liotta and Jason Statham. I think that's Guy Ritchie too. And there was an allusion to a sequel to Rock and Rolla, but I think the Guy Ritchie went on to other projects. So you're going to say something you said really loud at work one time? Oh my god, I love Snatch! You and me both, Sarah. You and me both. Oh, that's not what you meant. Okay, well, you know. They're great movies. I should go sit down and watch them all again. Kind of fun. Just, you know. Sit back. Have a couple beers. Watching a show about English gangsters. And, you know, for good measure, throw Boondock Saints in there. The first one. A lot of people don't like the second Boondock Saints. I do. There were parts of it that I don't like, but for the most part, I enjoyed it. But for a night where you're going to sit down and watch all these Guy Ritchie movies, just watch the first Boondock Saints movie. It wasn't what you meant, but that's definitely how it sounded. And now, yeah. Wait, what are we talking about? Exactly. Oh man, so we're talking about how much we all love Snatch, the movie, and Guy Ritchie, and regular old Snatch. That came out bad. So you love both the Boondock Saints? You were distracted by a word. Stepped away for a minute, come back, and you're talking about Snatches. The only Snatches you know of. Snatch is a movie directed by Guy Ritchie. And he did a number of other flicks that were being referenced in the comment section. Snatch has Brad Pitt, and then a bunch of other, I want to say, English actors. I don't even know if they're all English, but like nothing that stands out in my mind that who we would know in the States. Thanks for the clarification. I don't know if I can top that. That's it for tonight. Everybody have a good night. That was the show. We're a bad influence on you? That's probably true. Don't leave unattended children around us. Alright. It has been an interesting week without my phone, I'll tell you that much. On the one hand, like, I have a tablet that I use to keep track of some important stuff, right? So that's working out. But man, my phone, it's so much easier to Jason Statham and Benicio del Toro are also in Snatch. You would know them too. Attack on Titans. Is that a sci-fi show? Or is that like the Greek gods show? It is. Life is so much easier with my phone, right? My tablet takes forever to look stuff up. Unattended children will be given a spear and sent to the shield wall. Please report directly to HR. Come on. Oh, an anime? A really cool anime? Okay. I'm not hip to the anime scene. The last anime I watched was Guyver. Back in the 1980s. And it was, I was watching it with a friend of mine, and we only saw the first and like part of the second episode. And I thought it was so cool back then, you know? That was like my only exposure to it. I have a friend who is all about anime. And posts nonstop about My Hero Academia. Which I guess he likes. And then I guess people really liked Full Metal Alchemist. Which seemed cool, but I've never had a chance to sit down and watch it. And that is all I know. Oh, and Sailor Moon. Something about Sailor Moon in there. Post-apocalyptic stuff, giant human forms eating the normal humans. Cool. Hey Bobby, how you doing? You make 2 new signs for your booth for when we get back. Bears, mind your snotlings, and unattended children will be beers sent to the shield wall. Let's do it. Alright. Sailor Moon was fun. The only reason I know anything about Sailor Moon is because someone made a GIF of Iron Man. If Iron Man was dressed the way Sailor Moon put on her costume, it's Iron Man doing like, right, like with his costume flying on. I've never seen a minute of it. You're doing good? Bye, that's good to hear. I think we're all doing pretty good here. Correct. Man. So yeah, tons of snow shoveling. It's awesome because I get to go to work tomorrow and I have like double the patient load because I didn't get to see anyone today because I couldn't leave my house. So I'm super excited about that, let me tell you. Oh, and also we're supposed to get snow like 3 or 4 more days out of the week this week. So, super excited about that too. Like, we got a bunch of lake effects, so we don't normally get lake effects now. Right? Usually that's reserved for like Chicago. But for some reason it's a lot farther north this time around, and it hit us and the town above us almost exclusively. You know, the big dump. Everywhere else got, you know, a little bit of snow. Everyone got some snow here in Wisco. Someone needs to find that damn groundhog and teach him a lesson. Beat his ass! Do not condone violence against animals on this channel. But yes. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Talk about neglecting the audience here. Can't even watch what I'm doing. There we go. I've like got the whole thing completed and, you know, you guys were just staring at my face the whole time. How considerate of me. You're so irritated with all this white stuff you can't spell? Yeah. Snow melting here. Now it's just wet and sloppy out. Yeah. I don't mind a little bit of snow. I do mind a lot of snow. A lot. So got the whale mail piece all patched up, and then I got a piece of mail. There is an artist. Her name is Marissa Dickey from Wheezy Bear Studios. And if I had, you know, an admin, I would have them post that in the chat right now. But I can't post a chat from here. Wheezy, W-E-E-Z-Y, Bear Studio, I believe, on Facebook. I'll post a link to it later when I show you what I got from her. When I get my phone back and I can take pictures of stuff, right? I will tag her and her store in it, so keep an eye out for that. She painted this piece that I've given some input on, and I got a print of it because it was like, "Hey Claire, how you doing?" A migraine, had a crap day, but you think you've got Beguile sorted as a weave and you're going to go back to sleep shortly. I hope you don't sleep shortly. I don't know what that means. Anyway, so here is the print of her painting. It's got this cool holographic effect on the front. Skulls and honeycomb, or a skull and honeycomb with bees on it. And I recommended to her that she should do burgundy in the background, and she did, and I was so pleased. I was like, oh, I should have one of these. I was pretty happy to get that in the mail today. Just a little print, something to add of someone else's work, right? Down here in the basement. There's enough chainmail down here to last anyone a lifetime. It is really cool. I wasn't expecting the holographic effect across the front, so I thought that was awesome. And if you're not into skulls and bees, you know, not your thing, I get it. I'm not really either. It was just like I had a connection to that piece, so I was like, yeah, you know, let me grab one. And she's really cool. She does all sorts of cool paintings, not just skulls and bees. She just did a centaur on a, I don't know what you call them. It's the artist platter thing that they have all their paints on, you know, they hold in their hand like this and they dip the paint in there and then they paint, right? The tray, the paint tray. I don't know what that thing's called. Very cool. Yeah, I thought so too. Happy to get it today. Where is, that's kind of in line with, okay. We're just going to do 2 out from here. I'm sure we'll need another row in the future, but to go down this angle of the jawline, I want to keep it thin. The artist paint tray is called a palette. That makes sense. That is like something I should know, but I probably did know that, actually. Had I given it, you know, any sort of thought. I think she mentioned that it was a palette in the description of her centaur painting, so maybe I just wasn't putting 2 and 2 together. So yeah, update to the whale mail piece. Got that little print in the mail. I got my phone back on Thursday. And my kid's tablet, I got my kid's tablet fixed, so I got all the little videos he made of him doing things like swearing and just being a goofball all around. But he broke the charge port before I could get the videos off. Right, and it's an older tablet. It is the same version as the tablet that I am using now to try and stay connected to the internet. Awesome thing about this tablet is that for some reason I can't connect to Facebook at all. So I have double checked my password. I have tried to change my password. It will not let me on. So I'm just gonna wait until I get my phone back to worry about it. I also sat down and watched the Star Wars episode 4, whatever it is. A New Hope. Right? With my son. He's big into the Mandalorian right now, but for some reason, Like, he's still in the first couple of episodes, and we were on like season 2, episode 6 or something when I pulled it up to watch it with him. I was like, I don't know what that's about, so I'll figure out what episode he's on later and sit down with him and finish watching that. But he's never, like, I've watched Star Wars around him before, and he's never taken any sort of an interest in it. But now that he has plays Fortnite, and someone has a Mandalorian skin, or there is a Mandalorian in the game that you have to fight, I guess. And so he's ridiculously excited about the Mandalorian. And the fact that it's tangentially related to Star Wars makes him somewhat excited about Star Wars. So, I'll take what I can get, you know? Now, if I can get him through all the Hobbits and Lord of the Rings movies, then I will feel accomplished as a parent, ready to hand this child off into the world. Alright, so one good thing, the base of this side of the helmet, right? There's a lot of black over here on this side too. Okay. So while we may run out of the dull aluminum rings, the bright aluminum rings are not much cleaner. Is that the word I'm looking for? There's not much difference between this color and this color, right? You got to be in the right light and you got to see it on camera. So if we run out of the dull aluminum, we're just gonna use bright aluminum to fill it. It'll kind of look like a lighting effect on this side of the helmet, I hope. Maybe not. May look like a total fuck up, but oh, I don't think I'm supposed to say that on this stream. YouTube will probably be fine with it. When you get older, don't forget the Mel Brooks movies and Monty Python. Oh yeah, no, those are a definite. He's seen a few of them. He even he recites Monty Python, though he doesn't know what it's from. Right? I don't think he's seen the show, but for some reason I get a lot of your father was a hamster and your mother smelled of elderberries, or whatever the line is. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. Man. Alright. This inlay is too big. Alright. We got part of a helmet. A face. And 3/4 of a helmet. 4/5. We're getting there. Blazing saddle should be mandatory. It is in this house, you know. At least it will be. Alright, gotta figure out. We're just gonna take this out. This is my shooting hand. Oh man. He's seen Spaceballs. I don't think he's seen Young Frankenstein yet. I remember going to go see that in at the theater not like a movie theater, but like a musical production of Young Frankenstein, right? That turned out really good. Down in San Antonio, there's a theater called The Majestic, and they would routinely put on shows that Renee and I like to go see. So we ended up going down there a bunch of times. Both kids have seen all the Mel Brooks and Monty Python. Good. It's like, you know, we don't have anyone who's gonna write the Iliad and the Odyssey in our generation. We get Monty Python, the Holy Grail, and Spaceballs, among many, many other, you know, classics. This is your mailing hand. This is my mailing hand. That's funny. I was hoping to be able to do that without having to turn this thing all the way around, but can't chainmail backwards. Not yet. Okay. I think we're on the right track here. To all the Monty Python Brooks. All right. Gotta spin it all the way around. Lose your place, find it again. There we go. This is nuts, man. Like, okay. When I started this, I expected to be done by now. I'm just gonna be honest. I realize that that's a completely unrealistic expectation now. This has been incredibly, it's been enjoyable to do, right? I think it speaks to my growth as a chainmail artist, which is something that I definitely think I am. That I couldn't do this 10 years ago, and now I can. Or I am at least successfully faking it. Hate it when the size list for weave on male artisans have zero relationship with size used piece. That would be frustrating. I don't know if I've ever noticed that. I mean, that's one of those things where it's like there's 1,000 areas of room for improvement. And I think, you know, that's with the chainmail community, that will come with time. Maybe not with that site. As I understand it, there's not going to be a lot of changes to that site in the future. So I don't, you know, don't get me wrong, I don't pretend to know anything that's going on with that site, just what brief commentary I've read from other people. So while I would like to see it be as good as it can be, I think whoever runs it is somewhat happy with how it is right now, so. And then I guess we have new and exciting things to look forward to with freaking whatever the name of the chainmail database is that Jen and Josh are working on. So maybe not an improvement to that site, but I guess hopefully something more useful coming in the future. Sorry, I didn't realize I was off camera. Frank a little closer. Jumped a ring here in the middle of nowhere somewhere. I'm hoping it's not like a whole row I have to fix. I think we're good. Alright, once we hit this corner here, I think this black line pretty much just goes straight down the side of the helmet. Not too technical. There are a lot of exciting projects going on in the chainmail world that are both chainmail and others that are to design to support the community. So I'm hoping, you know, hoping something will come out with something awesome. What is the chainmail quilt project? I think that's an awesome project. I have been thinking about a weave to a square to submit for that for a long time. I haven't come up with anything yet. Something happened here. We're not mirrored correctly. We got too close to the edge, like Icarus to the sun, and we went right off the helmet here, but I think I gotta... This ends here, okay? Right? It's out. Ooh. This is the beginning of the bulge out the side of the helmet. You finished the bunny project, now building a second basket just because it's so cool? Absolutely. That's awesome. I have not been online to see the bunny yet if you posted it, but I am now excited to get back on Facebook so that I can see it. Oh, screwed the pooch on that one, didn't I? I gotta take that one. Oh, yes. You submitted a square of borealis to the square a long time ago. We get around this corner, we can just put black all the way down this edge, almost. Nope, that was wrong. Man, that sew did not work. Yeah, it's up on your page. Pictures don't do it justice, unfortunately. And they never do, you know. They never do. One of the things I've got coming is new mock-ups for the store. I'm looking forward to getting that done. And I'm also looking forward to getting back to work on the store. I'm almost there. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. I'm close. Right? Like all the piddly little stuff that have been sitting around here for months that I needed to get done. Yeah, we're getting there. The big thing, one of my major projects that I was working on was this computer, and I finally figured out what my problem was. I had a bad graphics card, right? Alright, I don't know how to make this make sense. Maybe I'm doing it the right way. And now that I've nailed it down to a bad graphics card, right? that makes my problem-solving ability not my problem-solving ability. That makes it so that... Hey Tara, how are ya? It's okay to be late. There's no... This isn't class. You know? Excuse me. I appreciate you being here, though. Now that I've narrowed down what the problem is, the fix, right, is fairly easy. It's just expensive. The fix is to either send out the graphics card to be repaired, which I don't even know if it can be. Right? Or buy a new graphics card. And I don't know if you guys have seen the price of graphics cards, but what was a $300 graphics card a couple years ago is now a $1,300 graphics card today. So, and you're lucky to get one at all, even if you can afford one. So, as it is right now, the computer runs just fine. Now that we're done with that, right? Bunch of little stuff that we're cleaning up and getting done. And that is the direction I need to be going, you know? Alright, somewhere in here there is another black stripe that starts up. Alright, I don't want to worry about it too much. I think this is as far as we're going to go on this side. We're just going to go do this black line down the face. I think we can do that now. Down the side of the helmet. So now what I gotta do is I've got to get my job under control. I was doing really well, and then last weekend hit and I broke my phone, and then this snowstorm hit, and if I can get my time management back to what I was last week, right? I'll be killing it. Because my job makes it real easy for me to get stuff done, which is really nice. But if I don't do it, and if I get behind, then my job will take up a lot of time. So like tomorrow, I didn't get to see any patients today because of the weather. Tomorrow, I have 8 patients to see, right? So I'm basically just going to be running to everyone's house as fast as I can. Going right there. And scrambling and making sure everyone's all right. So tomorrow's gonna be a long day for me, but hopefully I can get caught up. I'll have a nice what do you call it? A good rest of the week, right? And then we'll move on from there. So, because I was doing so good just getting crap done. No, I haven't got it. I took my phone to the repair center, so they should be done with it on Thursday. But, you know, with this snowstorm, who knows when the parts will come in for it. So this line goes about down to about right here, and it's like it's got a little curve to it, but I don't think we can duplicate that with the limitations of the medium that we're using, right? Like, I don't know. That look curved to y'all and then goes straight down here. Like, that's, I think that's pretty good. Maybe could have brought it in a ring or two earlier. I don't know. Never was going to be perfect, but you know. Right. Man, and you know, I got that whale mail piece worked on, and now we've done like a bunch right here, moving this side of the helmet along. And we dug out 2 driveways worth of snow. So I'm exhausted, but I'm happy with how much crap I got done today. So get caught back up, get work under control again, and then I got quite the honey-do list to do too. So, but soon. Who's ready to do their taxes? Not me. Has anybody already done them? Their taxes? God, I'm so not looking forward to that. Literally always just such a headache. That's why I make Renee do it. Got yours done this weekend, and Peg and Sarah leaps and bounds ahead of me. Good job, you guys. I'm proud of you. Way to not procrastinate that crap. Get it done, get it out of the way. Cara squints. Yeah. Yep. This is going to be the pay year. So I'm not looking forward to it. just gonna write off everything. I bought snow shovels last year, had to have it for my job. Write off my gas for taking the kid to school. I don't know if I can do that. Write off my electricity. Right off the 12 feet of office space I have down here. Anything and everything I can write off. You win the gold stars tonight? Absolutely. Josh got his done? Okay. You managed to drop your proof of insurance form? You can't yet? Can't do them. You gotta wait for some paperwork to get done. That's not annoying at all. Alright. I don't like how this curves. We're probably gonna work on this some more. Make some little adjustments. Up. Because it's like a straight line and then it goes into another straight line. Need to bring it in a little more here and in a little more here, and then like connect it over the corner of the face here instead of way up here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Talking about this line right up here. And the camera looks good. I don't know, maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe it'll look fine. Maybe I'm worried about nothing. I'm gonna bring it down to just below this face shading right here. Couple more rings. Where's the opening? Come on. You ever look for an opening on a ring and think you found it and then just like twist the ring in half? like not only was that not the opening of the ring, that was just nowhere near the opening of the ring at all. You just rip that poor ring to pieces. How I feel like right now. I've done that a few times and it's like, is that the opening? Is that the opening? Oh, come on. All right. I think that's about as low as goes on his face. It's just below this facial shading right here. I'm pretty happy with where that's sitting. I think what we may do, right, is instead of because it's like a straight line into another straight line, right? Instead of trying to manipulate how it curves, because it's like the distance, the correct proportion kind of, right? We'll add some filler rings and maybe thicken up that line, which will also help us not need... I could have swore that was the opening, yeah, exactly. It will help us not need as many dull aluminum rings, of which we don't have many left. We have a quarter of a tin, not even that much, right? So let me pull this whale mail piece back out for you real quick. And the mail call. Right? Super cool little print from my friend over at Wheezy Bear Studios. I don't know how, let me hold it up for you. Don't know what I'm going to do with it or where I'm going to put it. Kind of like a very expensive postcard. But I helped her pick out the color for the back of it. And then she had some prints and I was like, oh, you know, yeah, I'll grab one. So Marissa Dickey over at Wheezy Bear Studios does those. And she does a lot of different stuff, so. Alright, and then come on, Camus. I got the dowel rod here. Turn Frank off. Okay, and come on. Did I turn that off? There we go. Alright, so I got the dowel rod to hang it. I need wall hooks, right? But I added a border and some dags at the bottom. Stand up. Right? Just to use up every little last engineer plastic ring that I had. It looks, I think it looks a lot more professional, a lot more finished now. I'm gonna go back in the oven for a little bit because I did add some of those clear rings on there. Where did I get the tins? Oh, these? Okay, so I got them from the Container Store a long time ago. They don't carry them anymore. There is one place online that I found them, but they're like the upgraded version. They're like stackable now. Excuse me. Actually, let me, while we're talking about it, so I bought 2 of these, right? And they're like little briefcase. Here, see if I can even show this to you, right? They close up on each other. They're very secure. These pop in and out. Right? Okay. But the ones that I have found, right? They're like 40 bucks for one. When I got these from the Container Store, oh, you know, they may have been 15, 20 bucks, right? Stop that, I'll get you started. I know, right? I love a good container. So I keep my eye out for them. You have something very similar to that? Dude, they're super secure, right? I love them for just having them around, really, because you can literally put anything in them that you want. Doesn't have to be rings. Oh, but yeah, they come in those little suitcase things. And with that, sometime in the next, tomorrow night or the night after, we'll The leather work is done on this. We just got to put it together. So we'll probably do that on stream, right? And order a bottle of mead and send it on its way. And that is all for tonight, guys. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Oh, you were talking about the yawning. Yeah, they're very convenient size, right? They hold a lot of rings, and you just stash them away in a bag or whatever with your pliers. You've been using the photo boxes. Have a good night, Sarah. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. I will talk to you all more later on this week. So probably tomorrow night, and if not, at the latest on whatever the day after is. I think it's Thursday. I don't really know. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go get some sleep.